timer started. Right here. Go ahead and take it away, Nick. One Tiny Step is a practical guide for everyone to do great things. Woo! We all have aspirations. Some of us want to run a marathon. Some of us want to climb a mountain. But these are enormous tasks. How do you do this? The way you do it is you break down these huge tasks into tiny, manageable steps, and then you identify what the first tiny step is. And that's what we do. We are a step-by-step guide to better living. We have crowdsourced the process of identifying what that first tiny step is. You can come to the website and you can suggest the first step. And as people do it, we track it and we determine what the next best step is. So Lewis is actually going to show you this in action.
All right. So I'm going to give you guys a functional overview to share some of our technical execution. We had a team of 5 great devs. We had Thomas, we had Dan, we had Colin, we had Evan, and we had Justin. This was built on Heroku on top of AWS. We're using Ruby on Rails, and it was the data stored in PostgreSQL. In terms of the application here, we do have Twitter integration, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, so I'm already signed in. Because we're signed into Twitter, we can do cool things like look at our user history. I'm going to go back to the main page, and we'll go ahead and type it on Goal. And you can see that we've got, it's all auto-suggest. It is Ajaxy, so it's dynamically updating just like you would see Google Instant. So, after the weekend, and I get some suggested tiny steps. I'll skip this one. I'll skip that one. And I think I'll choose this one. I need this one. So I'll go ahead and add this. So in order to lose 35 pounds, I suggest that I sleep 9 hours a day. You can see that we've got social buttons here. I can check off my steps. I can see a new suggested step. Or let's say if this particular step is not granular enough, I can go ahead and drill down. So let's go ahead and do that. And now I get a new suggested step. Maybe I can get a pillow top mattress to sleep 9 hours a day. But I've already got a pillow top mattress. And so, you know what? I think I've got an idea for a new step for sleeping 9 hours a day. I click on this button, and you see this light box. And I'm going to go ahead and add something that always seems to work for me. After I do this, it completely zonks me out.
Okay, we're gonna cut that off now. And if you type in "how do I have more sex," it will tell you what the first tiny step is. It's actually kind of interesting. So this is what we're doing is self-help here, right? Self-help market is not a small market. In fact, it's an $11 billion market. Now, we don't expect to generate $11 billion in our first year, but we do believe that we can generate $250,000 in the next 12 months, which is actually a pretty good business because the hard costs associated with doing that are only about $15,000. Are there other companies doing this? Well, sure. There's Quora, Answers.com, eHow. All of them are just kind of like lots and lots of information. They don't actually tell you what to do next. So we're more action, less talk. We've already seen some early market acceptance. This is our Twitter cloud compared to eHow, the $1.5 billion major competitor. But that's just the early adopters. The early adopters don't get to the mainstream. What gets you to the mainstream is how do I protect my family from E. coli? And that's how we're going to reach the mainstream mass. We've got an amazing team, over 100 years of experience collectively working for small and large companies. But we're not just helping people quit smoking because no problem is too big or too small. It's just one tiny step away. Take it with us. Woo!
Is there feedback loop as to whether or not people think the set is a good idea or bad
feedback loop. You want to explain it?
Yeah, so we do have a feedback loop. It's just something that we haven't had a chance to implement.
Well, actually, there's training steps. There
How
is.
the feedback loop works, I think, is a key question, is whether or not the answers are going to be considered useful enough.
So there is a feedback loop, and that is if you do an action, it's registered in the system, and so it's like a vote. So the more people that do the actions are the best steps to take. So if everyone's sleeping more, or eating more carrots, or having sex, that will be the next step that everyone suggests to you. And so we can build in a ranking system where we sort of say, this is what the expert thinks versus just the man on the street.
Team Heart Mob, where's Team Heart Mob? He's setting up.
There.
Sorry.
I have a question. So a lot of times with these crowdsourced things, it's really important that the quality of the content is really high. Get kind of right. It's something that really makes a
This is a question about the quality of the content. How do you propose that you get that really critical mass and what should the strategy be to get all?
Well, in terms of our market strategy, our view is that if we can tie our questions to trending topics of the day, so for instance today, Kathy Gifford was released from hospital. So we posed the question, how do you reduce gun violence? Right? So the answers to that are ban assault weapons, lobby your congressman. So how do you ban assault weapons? Well, you sign a petition. How do you sign a petition? We go to petition.com. So you can keep walking down the tiny steps. So we actually have a way of really reaching a mass audience. And if we get a lot of stuff, we can weed out the junk and surface the good stuff.
How does this make money?
We have 4 revenue streams. We have advertising and affiliate marketing. We have connect with an expert. And we have virtual goods where you can basically buy someone and have them back or start